Yo, what's up, Yolanda? You know who I'm talking to. 90 Day Fiance. That situation with Yolanda and Williams, that deserves like at least a 5 second pause. Wow. I know everybody watching this season is thinking the same thing, like, she cannot possibly be that naive. And I noticed last week when she was talking about someone hacking Williams' page. By the way, I've never heard of anybody with the first name Williams. When she said she believes someone hacked his page or something, why she couldn't reach him, and she was getting extorted or bribed or something by some pictures she released. I noticed she almost laughed, and so did her daughter. They both kind of smiled, and then I noticed they cut away and then came back like they said cut. So I'm starting to wonder. I know a lot of these reality shows are scripted, but this was the one that seemed legitimate. I know they got accused before of telling somebody to say something, but that was like I only heard of one scene on that happening, so I thought, the rest is probably real. But I noticed that tonight too. Her and her daughter kept smirking like they were acting or something. So I'm thinking, she is not this naive. This is just, I think they're trying to make it more interesting. And you notice we never see Williams, just his pictures. And another, I mean, people on Pillow Talk, the show that comes on after, where couples from the other seasons of 90 Day Fiance sit there and check out this season, and they make jokes, and it's just real funny. But I noticed they were even talking about how when she talked to that Williams guy on the phone, she was talking about she liked his British accent, and I didn't hear a British accent, and neither did they. I was like, there ain't no British accent. And then he's obviously a Nigerian, but she's not getting the message. Her daughter's trying to tell her, her son, they're trying to say it in a way that's not mean, but it's like she's just not getting it, or she doesn't want to get it. She's naive. Personally, I think I think everybody else is legit, but I think her story is a bit scripted. It may have started off, legitimate, but I guess when they didn't have a story or couldn't track this guy down, they just thought, well, let's take this story and run with it. So I'm not buying it, 90 Day Fiance. And who's that naive? Even if you're not computer savvy, you've heard of people getting gypped for their money from Nigeria online. I mean, everybody's heard of that. You don't have to be a tech savvy person, man or woman, to know that. Come out of your cocoon of ignorance, people out there. Not talking to anyone specific, just the masses. Come out of your cocoon of ignorance. And something else I found funny on tonight's show was good old Ed, another fellow San Diegan. Is this not the most rude dude you've ever seen? I mean, he tells he's dating this girl from the Philippines, and he was clowning her house when he went over there and talking about no windows or something like that. And he's just one of those types of people that says inappropriate things and doesn't realize what he said isn't something that should be said. Like he told, her name is Rosemary, or Rosemary, not sure how she pronounces it. But Ed told her the other week she needed to shave her legs. And tonight, this dude hands her some toothpaste and some mouthwash and says her breath is horrendous, terrible. Sanford and Son junk collection funky. I'm like, no, he didn't. And everybody watching Pillow Talk was like, Ed, come on, man. Come on, dude. And then she walked out of the room once he told her that, and she said something about him being ugly. Oh, Ed. You're not representing San Diego right, man. And, she's got a lot of patience to deal with him. And she told him she had an ulcer. She said, it's not coming from my mouth, it's coming from my stomach. But he just said her breath is like terrible. And he shows her a trip, man. I'm like, obviously, the people that sign up for 90 Day Fiance, the men here that women overseas are they're a lot easier to get along with, this and that, and supposed to not be materialistic, but the women over there are giving them more problems than the women over here in the States. So I'm like, you might as well just stay here and date an American or something. I mean, they're having to pay dowries and all this and go through all kind of drama and do the Nigerian dude, I forget his name, is I don't know her name either. The blonde lady, the guy that calls himself Soldier Boy. He he's into music or something, and he did a video, and the girl he's dating, who's way older than him, she got jealous because he did a music video with some model in it. So just to appease her, he took the model out of the video, and I guess it's just nobody. But he premiered the video at a nightclub in Nigeria, and the women over there, when he showed who he was supposed to marry, the woman from the States, all the black women in the room looked at him like, yeah. It was like obvious to them, that I guess he's trying to just come over here because he keeps talking about he can have a better career over here in America. So they just not a match. And he let her have it the other week. He was telling her, he can't put up with her always blaming him for everything. And I thought, okay, he cool. He's getting tired of it. Maybe the gig is up, but he's still sticking with her. But I think once he gets over here, the minute he becomes a citizen, it's a wrap, and he's gonna get out of there and get his music career going. But those Nigerian women did not approve of the American woman he brought to the club, and they didn't even like the video after that. They like, out of all the songs, that video was whack. That was trash. Boy, that 90 Day Fiance show is a trip, man. It's just so many headaches now with you see people dating. It's like, and they got a new show coming in May where it's people dating on live TV trying to find matches. It's called something live. That looks interesting, but I don't know. We got more people than ever in the world, and it's like nobody can get along with each other. I think it's technology. People are so used to texting and using gadgets and tablets and Skype. It's like nobody knows how to just interact with each other one-on-one, put your devices down. It's just a terrible situation trying to get to know somebody. To me, it's almost becoming not even worth it because everybody's so into themselves. Like scripture says, in the end time, people will become lovers of self. And you see that everywhere. People are just into themselves, and that's one of the main reasons relationships don't work, because it's all about me. I should be putting them first. Instead, I'm putting me first. And people just don't get along, whether you're dating them from America to wherever, overseas or here. It's like, I'm impressed when people stay together. I'm like, wow, applause. Teach everybody else how you did it. And don't go on 90 Day Fiance unless you're ready for some real drama. And Yolanda, please wake up. You're being catfished. Like dude that went to Russia talking to some girl from 7 years that he never met. He goes to the apartment, knocks on the door, and there's some old guy in there saying, I don't know who you're talking about. And the man looking for his date shows a picture, and this guy's like, there's no one here that lives in this building that looks like that. I've lived in this room since 1995. So people over there keep saying these American dudes need to stop trying to date Russian women because he said they're, obviously trying to play him. He met her on some website where you can only communicate through the website. They don't exchange numbers or something like that. Kind of like Caesar from the last season of 90 Day Fiance. That dude was hilarious, man. No matter what he went through, spending all his money to see this woman, and she was real, at least seemed kind of real, because he kept talking to her on the phone. She would get mad at him if he wouldn't send her. He could send $100 and then she'd be mad the next day he didn't send her something else, that kind of situation. He just didn't get it either. He just kept saying stuff like, I believe in us. I believe in our love. Like, wake up, Caesar. You're an entertaining guy. I like you, but wake up, man. I'm trying to prevent you from getting hurt. 90 Day Fiance. Tell me what you guys think. Is it scripted? Some of the couples scripted, some of the situations scripted. Is it real? Is it all real? Is it all fake? Let me know. J. Roos Theory. Beat down the like button, comment, share, subscribe, and be fearless.